Hey everybody, it's Bobby with KCA Homestead. I'm gonna do a little video today about our chicken operation. Had a lot of questions from friends, families, neighbors, YouTubers, Facebookers, whatever, about our chicken operation because it seems to run pretty smooth. Just gonna try to show y'all how we do it. It's obviously not the best way, but it's our way, and we perfected over the last, 7-8 years, and we've only lost a few chickens. So let's take a look. First of all, we're running a Premier 1 fencing, and we've spent a lot of money on this, but the good thing is all the money used to buy all this stuff came from selling eggs or selling our meat rabbits when we were raising meat rabbits, or quail eggs. So we've tried to reinvest any money we made back into the homestead by buying things to improve. Obviously not looking to make any profit, because there really is no profit in homesteading. You're just trying to be more self-sufficient. So if you get into Premier 1 fencing or a similar brand, you'll get a solar charger, and you want to get it out in the open, kind of facing south, which is that way. And when it's charging, you'll get a little green light saying it's receiving sun. I'm sorry, a yellow light receiving sun, and a green light means it's on. We get anywhere from, I can't remember, 6,000 to 9,000 volts, depending on how good the connection is, as far as any grounding out of pine straw and limbs, sticks. And then you have a max output and an energy saver. If it's a sunny day, we usually keep it on max output. If it's going to be cloudy for a while, we'll keep it on energy saver, just so we don't run out. But you can plug in a charger right here, and I can run an extension cord up to the back of that cabin and charge it with AC, with an electrical cord. So I'm going to turn this off, which you just put it in the middle. So now the fence is no longer charged. I was joking. And I'm going to show you the outside. We have added to this twice. So our original fence was only like 50 feet. We immediately noticed that was not big enough for a good chicken run. So we added another, I think it was a kit that came with 110 feet. And that worked out well. But we decided to go ahead recently and add another 50 foot. So now we're up at like 210 feet of electric fencing. And that charger has no problem electrifying it. We do not have it around the garden because the chickens would destroy it within a few days. And our garden has went from a big traditional garden with rows to just scrap lumber boxes. I'm not going to talk about the garden today, but it's doing great. So we have this kind of zigzagged in, so the chickens can come all the way from up there, all the way, and kind of zigzag in between here and eat some weeds and stuff. Ooh, look at those green beans. So it kind of makes a little circle around there. They can come down here, get bugs and grass. Hello, asparagus. So you can see this is a very large run. They're not cooped up in a coop. They're not cooped up in a little 10, 12, 15 foot run. They got lots of shade. And we're gonna walk up here. Ignore that, it's something we're working on. So these gates connect together so that there's a continuous circuit all the way around. And you gotta kind of keep them together like that with a little ponytail band. Step through. So you can see how bare it is in here where they scratch, but they take dirt baths in here. So one of the key things for us is having multiple sources of water. You don't want to have just one source of water because something will go wrong, especially in the Texas summers. So here's a little plastic tote with 3 or 4 gallons. This is kind of interesting. This little eye bolt screw will screw into a head of lettuce or cabbage and just let it hang. like that and let them peck at it. It lasts a lot longer than if you just throw it on the ground. We lost one chicken early on to a hawk, and uncle of mine told me to hang up pie pans so when the wind blows or whatever, and it will deter hawks from landing in your pen. And we haven't lost one since that first one. Could be coincidence, but I don't know. I probably need some more on the other sides. These are all rabbit cages. This one, that one, from when we were raising meat rabbits, and that one. We're taking a break from that for a while. Just got to be too much, and we prefer the quail meat. Which brings us to these loud ass quail. These are our breeders. So there's 2 males and several females in that cage, and 2 males and several females in that cage. And I have an automatic watering system that goes down where they peck that little red nipple PVC feeders. These are our extra quail that are going to freezer camp here in the next week or so. They're full grown. These are jumbo Coturnix quail. They're not your normal size quail. And if we have an overflow or too many, we'll put them over here. This is that rabbit cage. What we found is that the nesting boxes for the chickens inside the coop just didn't seem to be working out. They were always fighting over them and climbing on them and sleeping in them or on them. So that right there is an extra nesting box we're about to put in. This is a rabbit cage, and they're divided. So what we did is open this door, leave it latched open, and we have a nesting box in here. And same here. We're going to have another box there, but we were cleaning it out and sanitizing it. So they like to go in there. They get their privacy. The other chickens wait patiently down here. And I'm sorry, we have 2 roosters that are fighting all the time. So I mentioned multiple water systems. So we had the toad up front. This is a 6-gallon bucket with drinking cups. So as they drink and the cup gets low, it fills up automatically. Very important to keep this clean. It'll get algae in it and get nasty if you don't. Oh, for Pete's sake, zip it. So that's our black Australorp rooster. His name is Irwin, named after the Australian Steve Irwin, since this chicken breed originated in Australia. His mortal enemy is Bon Jovi, and Bon Jovi is old, and he got run off by Irwin, so he's on the outs. And then we have a backup rooster, which is Bon Jovi Jr. or BJ. He looks just like Bon Jovi, except his ass doesn't get kicked every day. So let's talk about our coops. If you followed the channel for any time, you know I like hoop coops, which is basically cattle panels bent in an arch. So this one has 3 cattle panels running that way, and they're attached inside a wooden frame. We'll use good wire to try to keep the snakes out. We have had some snakes get in, but it's usually through gaps where the wire connected or if we left the door open. And I think we've only had 1 snake since we went to the electric fence. So anyway, the main thing we like or recommend is an automatic chicken door opener. Right here you can set the time for opening and closing so you don't have to be here. And you know, these come on shortly after daylight and they close about 30 minutes or so before dark. The chickens are well trained to get in there before it closes. I mentioned, once again, we'll go back to the water sources. This is a 3rd water source, which is like a little cattle trough float. So when the water gets low, there's a float back there. And when that float is no longer floating because the water gets low, it will fill up automatically. We got multiple feeders in each coop. This is just hanging from the top. This is a PVC feeder that we made that holds, I don't know, 25 pounds of feed or so, and they peck out of there, and then it's stacked up all the way up here. We keep extra feed in here so we don't have to go to the shed and get another bag. You need a little ladder to help them climb up with some little wood to grab onto. And they got 2 roosts that they get on at night. So that's the main coop. We had to expand and build another one when we got up to, I think we had 21 hens at one time. You'll see we have tarps for the rain. They last quite a while. They help keep the heat off. They're kind of a reflective tarp. This is basically set up the same way. Same exact automatic door. Hanging feeder. Hanging feeder. Hey girl, what's wrong with you? And just one little roost with a ladder. Only about 4 or 5 chickens roost in here. So that's really about it. Pretty simple. Took a while to get everything how we like it. Now the water system inside the coop, I told you with the float tube, is connected to this 50-gallon plastic barrel. I rigged up a little spigot that goes in the barrel, had to drill a hole, and then when I open this up, it's just free flowing. And this holds a lot of water. You just have to clean out that silver tray in there that they drink out of about once a week, drain it, spray it out. But that's about it. We don't free range our chickens because there's a bunch of woods right there, and Mary has seen coyotes laying down watching the chickens. We've got bobcats out here on camera. We got feral cats. We got the neighbors' shitty ass dogs that they can't control, also known as targets. And that's about it. Like I said, we hadn't lost a lot of chickens to predators, maybe one to the hawk, and I can't think of anything else other than a few eggs to snakes. But so all I'm going to do now is close this, walk over there, and turn on the fence charger. It'll be good to go. I've got a light right here that comes on based on that timer right there. It just kind of shines a light kind of right here down the fence lines, and maybe will deter predators. But we check on them every day. We have a blink camera that we can check if they get real loud at night or something. Where's it at? Yeah. Well, anyway, it is right there. That's tied into our Wi-Fi, so I can get on my phone, or Mary can get on her phone and check the blink camera and see what's going on. But I hope you enjoyed the video. We got a little she shed right there with feed, and we keep chicken scratch here, and we throw them that every morning, and they enjoy some treats while we get the eggs and check the water and everything. But anyway, hope you like it. Like the video, subscribe, and check out our other chicken videos. We have a playlist of chicken videos. Thanks for watching.